which camera are you going to be looking at? This one or this one?
I think I'm just going to look at Rack.
Look at Rack.
I'm just going to
You're
look
going to gaze
searingly at Rack the whole time.
That's why I sat here, Mike.
It drives you crazy. Good morning, dear reader, dear listener, dear viewer, dear follower. I think I've covered the bases, haven't I?
That's everybody.
It's Wednesday. We're back. Somebody actually said to us, in fact, it was Jonny who said this morning, do you aim to do this monthly? I said, no, darling, we actually do it weekly. We're mad in that respect.
Which is better than most marriages.
Yeah. So, okay, so who are we?
We are Patsy, Mike,
and Mike,
and Rack.
Hello.
You've got to get yourself in there somehow.
That's right, I'll be a disembodied voice.
You'll be a disembodied voice. And that's who we are. What we are. We're Our Town Has Plenty.
Yeah, Our Town Has Plenty.
For those who haven't yet seen us.
We're a good news podcast. There's enough bad news out there.
Yeah.
A little bit of local flavored, focused good news. Totally. Stories and deep dives and interesting people and businesses in our scene.
I know. I have to watch it with the deep dives. Being a neurodiverse woman, on the way up on the top end of the spectrum. What was I deep diving this week? I was deep diving all sorts. Oh yeah, your movies. Amazing.
I like you call them movies.
They are movies.
Films.
Movies works just fine as well.
Yeah,
Movies.
Absolutely,
films.
yeah.
They always used to be called going to the pictures when we were kids.
Yeah.
So you went to the pictures on a whenever it was, and I used to live in the picture house. Loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I like this is one of the reasons what brought us together, wasn't it? Films. We realised
nerdy over films.
we get nerdy over movies. We really do. I love it. People say I haven't got a television, and I say I have a television, and I buy everything. I buy every single thing just to get all of it.
What's your favourite kind of film?
Oh, a film that makes me think. It has to make me think. Sorry, it's just a paperclip. It has to really make me think. I don't like to be spoon-fed narration to plot line something. I don't need that. I want to be able to work it out for myself. And then we sit there and watch a film and we can get two completely different ideas of what we've just seen. And that to me is the best.
What about you, Ryan?
Pretty much the same.
Oh, that's a good match.
Yeah.
Me and Eva are pretty different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she likes romantic comedies and muscly guys doing supernatural things.
I'm into that.
Supernatural.
And I'm more into something that explores the end of humanity.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
Yeah.
You've seen Synecdoche, New York?
Sorry?
You've seen Synecdoche, New York with Phillips? Yeah. It's my husband. Watch that if you're into that.
I love Philip Seymour.
I can't remember who does it, but yeah, it's really good.
Synagogue in
I don't know how you say it. Synecdoche. I don't know how you pronounce it actually, but it's just about a guy who goes in and in and in on himself until he realises that everything's kind of futile and nihilistic. So it sounds like your kind of vibe.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Futile and nihilistic.
Yeah.
Sold.
It's gonna be on my business card.
Yeah.
So this morning we are very lucky, to be in a great venue, one I very much adore. It's on my list of favourite places, which is Canny in King's Road, and we've got Jonny, the lovely host. He's gonna tell us more about his business, and which we imbibe. We do partake of the Canny business ourselves, so we are patrons. Then we also have Mariel Brown from Savant Media.
Yeah.
And you're going to be talking about the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival.
Yes, I am.
That we've got beautifully being hosted up at the Electric Palace.
Yeah, we've got a screening series coming to the UK, and so
Yeah.
we're having screenings at the Electric Palace in Hastings. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it. I love Julia. I love all of them there. They're amazing.
Yeah, they've
They're
been really
great
great to
theatre.
work with. Yeah.
Yeah, really good team. Yeah, I love them. So you're going to be telling us more about that, which is excellent. And we have Will, which was one of those moments. Will from we're not going to talk about all the places you're from, but the only place I know you from personally is from Dora's Pizza, which is what, remember back in the day, dear viewers, dear readers, when we used to have the Love Cafe, and then it became Supernature.
Not Tommy's, then
Oh, Tommy's. Well done, thank you.
Yeah.
Then Tommy's, of course, Mark's earlier venture. Then Supernature, and now it's Dora's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I just watched the painting and then got in touch via the socials and said, "Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving the fact someone's taken over a business." So we've got
excited
Will.
about that. Opening next week.
Did you just say sorry about that?
No, excited about
Oh,
that.
excited! Yeah. I'm
No,
really deaf,
no
darling.
apologies.
No apologies. No,
But very
absolutely.
excited. Yeah, it's going to be
So
great.
we've got Will. So we've got a real good one. Yeah, I'm really excited about today.
Yeah.
I like the way these things come together, the synergy.
Mm.
So this weekend,
Busy.
busy because we've just got over the bank. We haven't got over the bank holiday. It's only Wednesday. I'm probably not going to get over it till Friday.
No, you sort of lose a whole week when you have a bank holiday Monday. I find this bank holiday sort of offsets everything. You think Tuesday is Monday, and I didn't even know I was supposed to be here until
No, I poked you.
I thought it was Tuesday today.
And I thought, Mike's going to forget it's Wednesday today.
Classic
so, are
Willis.
you coming? Classic Willis. But it feels like now the weekend, the Friday, when I'm sitting there outside the Dolphin, because we've just been to the Contemporary, Hastings Contemporary, which we saw the Odyssey, which was great, and Simon Hobson took us round and did a talk, which was lovely. Simon Hobson's lovely man. And we sat outside the Dolphin and said, the weekend starts here, didn't we? It's been a blur. Not for alcoholic reasons, I will let you know, just so much going on.
Did you guys do Jack in the Green?
Jack in the Green.
It was wonderful.
Wasn't it?
It was so wonderful.
It's a great day.
It was
great.
wild. I was like, oh my gosh, because I mean, I live very close to where Jack in the Green happens.
Yeah.
And, you know, we sort of, my husband, you know, we've been living in Hastings for 9 years now, 8
Right.
years. And he forgot. You forget that on May 1st, Hastings is overtaken by bikers. So he drove down to his studio on Trinity Triangle and then got completely stuck down there trying to get back. But it was just, I don't know, there's something, you know, I shared a whole bunch of photos on Instagram and my friends had sort of interesting comments. But there's something so lovely about the sort of, you know, the lack of care and the complete willingness to sort of just go with it
It's
that
banter,
happens at Jack and the Green, you know?
Totally.
I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky to be so close to it.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk outside your door and it's like, oh,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
you've got to go back in, put loads of paint on your face, then come back out and go, it's all right, we're good. Yeah, you can't overdo it either at Jack in the Green. There is
You
no
absolutely
overdoing it.
can't. I mean, I missed the memo completely. I did not have, I don't wear green normally, so I was there in my red hoodie. I stuck out like a sore thumb. My husband looked appropriately attired.
At least
but
she can find you that
I know
way.
I was the only person in the entire Jack in the Green with red on, and
You're like a
somehow
map
it was in the title, Jack in the Green. But it was just was really, really brilliant. And West Hill is such a great spot to have something
It
like
is,
that to bring
yeah.
so many people together.
It is.
In such a
Well, it's
kind
the
of-
end. Because we start down at the Fisherman's Museum, and then out it all comes, and up All Saints, down the High Street, up. I was going to say Swan Passage, but yeah, basically, and into the Croft, and then going all the way up. I ran up it.
You ran.
You ran up at
You
this
okay?
just
did you
this
do that?
weekend.
I ran up it because I was filming. I became an honorary Molly Winkler.
Oh.
And the Morris side, the Molly Morris side, and but there was so much energy, and normally I'd get sort of a third up and go no, and I'd moan and I'd drink water and complain, and
Stop
then I'd
and
get another
catch
bit,
your breath.
Yeah, not out of breath at all. We sang all the way up, and danced all the way up, and it wasn't until Tuesday that I got out of bed and went, no, these ankles are not working. They're clearly not working.
No.
So I had to crawl over to the laptop, grab the laptop, get back into bed and wait.
Bank holiday Tuesday.
Bank holiday Tuesday, yeah, definitely. So work from the bed. But
I don't recommend
great.
going up that hill eating a Cornish pasty. just
I had to take about 4 breaks going up that hill.
It is,
Yeah, yeah.
it
I'm
is
on
a
my feet for
full break
13
hill,
hours
isn't
a
it?
day, and that hill just destroyed me.
It's brutal. That hill is
Yeah.
brutal.
But
in
people were
truth.
powering up it because people were dancing up it and doing their stuff. I got to start, and we all realised when we got to start going, hey about, this is superhuman. Because we're all high, is what we are. We're all high on joy. It was very joy, darling. It was just, no gummies, no mushrooms, no nothing. But it was amazing. So Hastings, Keith Leach, nice segue.
I keep trying to segue.
I know. Keith Leach and everybody involved in Jack in the Green, we thank you.
Yeah.
We thank
Yes.
you from the bottom of our
I know,
hearts.
it's a special, wonderful
And
thing.
yeah, and the
Special
sun shines on the righteous, and we felt very righteous on the right way through, because they threatened rain. But as he called it last week on the podcast, the R word. But we didn't have it, and little spitting, and that was it. It just went away.
There was impeccable timing for the sun again, like I said to
Yeah.
you last year.
Eva was saying it was like the perfect day
It
weather-wise.
was the perfect
Yeah,
day.
yeah, it was.
Not
No,
Just
no.
hot enough, and then when it got too hot, the cloud cover came,
Yeah.
and then it looked like it was going to rain, but like
Yeah.
you said,
Dissipated. We joyed it out.
You know what's also wonderful is, because I've been following Jack and the Green for a long time, they got a really wonderful Arts Council grant. And I think that it's just so great to have that level of recognition that
Yes.
what you're doing is valuable and
Absolutely.
appreciated and just has become part of the spirit of Hastings. You know what I mean? It's just like, where we live is that we were just seeing people streaming down our street coming from our station.
Yeah.
So people coming from all over the place to be
In the
part of
weirdest
Jack and the
hats.
Green, in the weirdest hats, and a gajillion flower crowns.
Absolutely.
But I just I'm so glad for them that they got this grant,
Yeah.
because when you're putting in the work year after year, it's
Yeah.
just great to have that recognition and a little sense of safety that actually we can do this again next year and it'll be okay.
And they what they did this year, which I thought was pretty cool, and I want Fat Tuesday to get hold of this, is they went round with their shaky tins. Everybody had a shaky tin. Every Morris side had a shaky tin. Every dance troupe, all of them. But they also had a big fat laminated QR code, and I went for all the QR codes, and I was tabbing each one of it as they went past, and I said, "Yeah, let's do it," and they were raising a lot of money that way. So good for them. Bring yourself for it's not pagan as Keith told us last week. It's very old English as a festival with borrows from everywhere else in the world, and they had the Red Set Girls. Which was astonishing. They didn't parade. They were not walking up that hill, those women, they said, but they did a beautiful display on the Sunday out on the stage. It was great. Yeah, it was just superb. So the whole thing, it's no longer one day now. It is 4.
Yeah, no,
It's
a really
classified as
special
4 days.
thing.
So thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
well done.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Right, so here we are, ensconced in Canny.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
Sorry.
Right.
Can I say how we know you?
Yeah, please do.
So we know you from being a neighbour, because we live across the way. And I was drawn here one day. It's like some sort of spiritual movement. I got pulled in, and I remember you were very kindly stood at the counter, and I said, I don't know why I'm here, but I feel like they've got something that I need for my anxiety, which I wasn't suffering from before, but when perimenopause and then menopause hit, I started to get anxious over the stupidest of things. It was mad. And you said, I said, I want some lion's mane, and you'd run out, and said, well, we've just sold our last tin, and I was quite worried, but you said, don't worry, have, and you had a bowl of CBD gummies, didn't you, on the counter, and you said, have one of those, and I said, I'm not sure, I'm not, I don't take drugs, I said, I don't take drugs, and you said, don't worry, they're not drugs as such, they're just without the THC, and I walked off down the road feeling quite a different woman. So I came back for the lion's mane. They were in the next day. But I also got some gummies. And those gummies changed my life. And I advertised the fact that they changed my life.
You did.
All my friends,
A lot of people,
and a lot of people, and a lot of women of a certain age were like, really? I went, get these gummies. Honestly, they were so good. And they were so good, in fact, that you can't stop them at the moment, can you? Cause
No, we're sold out of them at the moment. Looking for a new supplier.
I'm like, wait, I need these gummies.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
Be
Where
careful
are
though.
they? And do you have them? And
It
can I
turns
get
your
some
hair
now?
orange though.
Pardon?
Turns your hair orange, so it
Yeah.
might not fit your monochrome
Or
look.
makes you go bald.
depends on the.
I think I
on
need
the-
to be put on the waiting list for
On the
notifications when you get them back and
Yeah.
They come
stuff.
back in. But you're looking for new stockists now.
Yeah. So unfortunately, our supplier shut down about a month ago,
That's a
which I
shame.
guess is the nature of the business. You know, a lot of CBD wholesalers and suppliers seem to struggle either to get enough custom or to abide by the regulations that the FSA put on them, which make it very difficult for anyone to come to market. I mean, to bring a new product to market, to get a novel food license is about 100 grand.
Wow.
So
Not
they've done the same with lion's mane mushrooms recently and cordyceps mushrooms. I think they're about 75,000 per license, which, I mean, we can still sell them because we sell the other branded ones, but to have our branded ones, yeah, it's very difficult now. Sort of write small companies off, right? 75 grand just to sell one
It's a
product.
lot of money.
Yeah, it is. But luckily the CBD we sell is cold pressed, so that actually...
And that's the difference, isn't it, in the cold press?
Yeah, I guess there's two positives. Firstly, it's more natural, so everything we sell here we want to be a bit more natural and organic, so it falls in line with that. And it was a coincidence that that's what we sold, and then the FSA didn't regulate cold pressed products. So we don't need the FSA novel food license to sell cold pressed products, which is good. But saying that, less people make cold pressed products on a wholesale basis because it takes so much more hemp to make it, because you're pressing it rather than distilling it and making a very concentrated version out of trim or excess hemp. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, but we're getting there. We've got a few samples coming next week, so
So you're avidly looking, aren't you?
we'll have your gummies back.
Keep us all, because Rex said, I'm running out.
Yeah.
And I'm jealously guarding mine. I've got 3 different stashes in the house
Yeah.
because they are that important to me.
I think a lot of people stumble across CBD like that because the idea. I get a lot of people might like come from smoking weed. I think a lot of the time it's like people who enjoy a glass of wine. Why would I have non-alcoholic wine, or why would I have non-alcoholic beer? It's the same as that. It's not going to do anything, but
No.
it's very different because that CBD compound in there is, as you know, very beneficial.
It's very beneficial, and I need to highlight this. This is not an addict talking to you. This is somebody who sits in front of a camera, performs in a choir, has to be around a lot of humans, which when I've got a very low social battery, which is usually all the time, doing a social job, these help me get past the anxiety of doing that. It is not, I don't pop them. I'd one this morning, I'll have one when I go to choir on Thursday, because it's quite intense. I would have been at choir yesterday if I wasn't quite so tired, but I'd have had one then. And then that's it for the week. I don't need it normally, unless I'm going to be at a big event, and then it's
3 gummies.
maybe 3, yeah, sometimes. But they're so good, and they're not. I'm highly sensitive human, so anything that's got added nonsense in it, I can't take. So I can't take anything that's got what's that nasty stuff that they put in sweets now? Aspartame. Yeah, I can't have that. It sends me crazy.
Really?
So I can't have things like morphine because it makes me psychotic. I'm one of the very narrow percentage of people in the country who don't get really chilled out on things like that. You know, I get quite, it has a really nasty effect on me. So sugar, all that sort of stuff, it has not good. So these are very, very high quality, the ones that you used to get that you're going to look for again, or you're avidly looking for now. They're very high quality, which is important, I think, for people to know that you don't,
For sure.
because you can buy any old muck online, and I'm saying that honestly because I bought muck online, and it
The dark web?
No,
Not even the dark web, Instagram.
TikTok shop.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much nonsense out there.
There is so much being sold.
And you
now.
put it in your mouth and go, oh, no, that is not happening. I've just spent £40 on a tub of something I'm never going to use. And it's just vile.
I think that's one of the regulations of the industry are a double-edged sword, right? Because it's a good thing, but it's also a frustrating thing. It's a good thing that people aren't just making them in their bedroom in St Leonards anymore and selling them online. You actually need some sort of licensing to sell them, so it is a good thing.
That's good.
But at the same time, people who are doing it the correct way now have to follow certain regulations that are slightly unfair on smaller businesses, but it has to be regulated somehow, doesn't it? Because otherwise it just becomes...
It's dangerous.
But it's good to, I think one way that you've been able to manage that is by being knowledgeable yourself, being on the front line. It's like a lot of these restaurants and shopkeepers that do such a good job of this here, sort of being aware of the wider market, knowing what's good, knowing how to match the right products with the right people.
Yeah.
That knowledge is so important, and you've been doing that a while here.
Yeah, I think
What else do you prescribe?
Our range of products that we sell, apart obviously we're having slight struggle with the CBD at the moment. So we have the CBD products, we have the CBD oil, the CBD gummies, and the CBD capsules. The CBD capsules are CBD and ginger capsules. They have glucosamine and vitamin K2 and things like that as well. So really good for inflammation. And then you can't see it on the camera obviously, but the mushrooms we have on our mushroom drinks menu, we sell all them separately as well. So lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, chaga, and a 7 mushroom blend. And the idea of the drinks menu is as you know, Patsy, when we opened, we first just sold products. We just sold CBD products and wellness products, sold a few mushroom products. And it was hard, honestly, to survive just selling those things. So when we renewed the lease on the shop, we wanted to shift a bit and not sell other people's products, just concentrate on our 5 core products and also bring a drinks menu to the street as well, which it's been a shift, it's been a change for sure, and a lot of people go, what's Canny now? Has it changed? Are you still selling products? But yeah, that was a bit of a shift, I think. For a few months it was a bit of a transition stage. Yeah, the drinks are really popular now.
Yeah.
So we have a matcha menu, and then the mushroom drinks menu is all a caffeine-free menu. That's the idea of that, because I think there's a lot of people now that are looking for caffeine alternatives. Yeah. A lot of people are more aware of how sensitive they are to caffeine.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I love coffee.
Rat can only have how many coffees can you? Two a day?
I drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
But caffeinated, I can only have 1 or 2, and that's it. The rest is decaf.
Makes you really irritable.
You start getting the jitters.
They're strong because it's so normalised to us. We don't realise how powerful a substance
I need
is.
about 3 to get going in the morning because I'm working
That's
what we're doing. But I recognise how unhealthy that can
I
be,
feel very
actually.
pathetic sometimes, but I can't do anything to have a coffee.
But literally, it is kind of mad. And then I have one that's just like straight there. But there is a fine line because I can feel the jittery stuff does come on.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm working really long, I kind of aim for just pre-jitters. And stop.
You need pre-jitters.
I do actually. It's actually quite healthy and chefy, I think, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
When I was in Nashville, we used to have this awful coffee. It was like truck driver coffee in the publishing house. And I used to say, well, I'm going to have, if it wasn't going well in my writing session with you, for example, you didn't know this, but I was signaling something. And I would say, all right, well, I think I'm going to go have 2 cups of coffee and let's write a really shitty song. Really fast.
Did you write some really shit songs?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got some really bad songs out of my system there.
I like the Bill Hicks game where he talks about these truck stops where they sell coffee. He says they want the 32 ounce of the large.
32 ounce of the large. Wow.
Yeah.
So what's on the horizon, man? I mean, is this your only place?
Yeah, this is the only place. I think, long term, who knows? It would be nice to have another place like this, but...
Then maybe that food license starts to make more sense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the big thing for us is trying to do sort of more community events. We do like a monthly hike throughout the summer, which is really just get people outside. One of the big things we focus on here is trying to help people improve their mental health through the products we sell and the content we put out. So we do a monthly hike. We normally go up East Hill to Hastings Nature Reserve, do a 4-hour hike, come back here, have some coffees, and it's just a great way for people to connect and meet people away from, drinking. It's hard, right? Hastings is a great town, but a lot of the social stuff can be focused around
Very
drinking.
alcohol focused.
Yeah,
exactly.
of course.
And
Really
people-
alcohol focused, I've found.
Yeah. So it's nice to have a space where people feel like, it's an alcohol-free zone. We meet up, we go and do something healthy.
Yeah.
And then get back to getting our CBD products is going to be a big step forward for us again, getting them back on the shelves. And
But
then
you will.
we will, yeah. And let's see where the summer takes us. I mean, it would be great. I always think like a place like this, so many people come in that visit from London and say, wow, a place like this would be great in London, even in Brighton. So, yeah.
You've been a pioneer in that respect, haven't you? I don't want to do that, but yeah.
I mean, you've been here for a few years as well.
Yeah,
right?
5 years in August.
So clearly some things, I mean, I know there must be an enormous amount of just determination and tenacity to keep it going. But there must be something that's working for you in a positive way,
It's one of those things, isn't it? Some days you have a slow day and you think, oh, what am I doing with my life? And
absolutely.
I've cracked it.
Yeah,
I've cracked it, worked it all out. But,
exactly.
I'm kind of shocked that there's not a place like this in Brighton.
Yeah, there's definitely places that do things with like mushroom drinks. You know, they can have additives and mushrooms, but to be able to customise it, I feel like it is quite unique. And perhaps like on a small high street, sometimes on the quieter days can be a bit too unique. I feel like if it had really good footfall, then it would be something that would really take off. But
a lot of people jump on the trend and don't really feel like they know what they're talking about. So there's the amount of CBD stuff and like so much mushroom stuff. It's just like you're saying about the Instagram thing. Just gets like thrown in your face, no information.
Totally.
And then people use it wrong and like, well, it's either pointless or it doesn't work. Whereas actually that's what you need. They need the kind of middle ground, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's much like, a dispensary in America where you go in to get your cannabis, you can say, I want a specific strain for a specific thing. I think it's a lot of people just jumping on the mushroom train. Oh, we do mushroom coffee. And people go in, like, I don't really know why I'm getting it, but apparently mushroom coffee is good for me.
Yeah.
No, but what's so good, what Mike said earlier, is your knowledge. I mean, what drew me into here was the fact that I walked out and I said to Rak, I've just been into Canny and I've got so much information, which was great because I'm being a nerd. I like a deep dive on it. I like to know someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
That is what I respect. I like somebody who knows about food, somebody who knows about film, somebody who knows about music. I really want that. I really respect that. And you are careful in what you dispense, how you dispense it. When I say dispense, I mean sell. But you also, if someone comes in, I came in and said, I've got this, and you go, you won't want that. You'll likely want that because that works. Whereas somebody who's just bunging out, coffee from a machine, going, oh, you can have the. They're not really sure.
Get a mushroom one.
They're not really sure.
The small
Well,
town,
that's
isn't it?
nice. That's popular. It's not,
You're a CBD curator.
Exactly. And that's the thing about, like, some people, so I might think CBD is not right for them. So if they come in and they're like, I've got chronic pain, I've been taking tramadol and gabapentin for 5 years, will CBD help me? I'll probably be a bit like, to be honest, it probably won't.
Yeah.
Because
you could flog it.
Exactly.
But would you want to do that knowing that your reputation as somebody who does this for a living is on the line?
No, exactly.
I have a question for you. It's a bit of a weird one. Do you know where I could get a really high quality CBD suppository?
Wow, I mean, they exist.
I'm sorry, Mariel. I'm sorry.
They
It's
exist.
because I have to bear.
It's too early in the day for this kind of discussion. I mean, honestly, good grief, CBD suppositories, Lord.
I only consume coffee and take suppositories. That's how I
Wow.
It went south really quick, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Put
that.
your VPN on and just...
Dark. That's a dark web.
CBD suppositories. I'm sure someone will come
This
up.
is not a children's podcast.
Sorry.
This is not child's safe.
I waited till 15 minutes in.
I know you did.
I mean, but they are genuinely a thing. Our wholesaler sells them. So,
No, you're good, thanks.
there you go.
Alright. No. Yeah. Have you got any? So you've got your walks. Your monthly walks. Are there any events coming up that you're part of?
I would love to do more collaborations. The honest truth is, I'm doing this all by myself, and I want to get to a point in the summer where we are doing a lot more local collaborations.
Yeah.
We want to start doing some late night evenings throughout the summer as well, where we have a DJ in here and we do some food throughout the evening.
Nice.
We've got a new spring menu launching soon. Probably a bit late because spring's well into spring
It's
now.
fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's still springtime.
But the new menu will hopefully be live by the end of May.
Nice.
So that would be good. A lot more ice drinks coming to the menu. We've got some new exciting mushroom products we're releasing soon. So that'll be exciting. Our own 7 blend mushroom capsule, which we've got coming to market soon, which is essentially the one on the menu, but in capsule form.
So you have to tell us a little, because I'm an Instagram person, and so mushrooms have really come to the fore in my Instagram feed lately.
Yeah,
because you know how the algorithm goes, once you click on it once, that's it, right?
Cool.
So
You're now a mushroom person.
Well, yeah, no, but so for someone who is perimenopausal or menopausal, what are the benefits of mushrooms? And which mushrooms?
I mean, so if you look at these are the most popular ones we sell: lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, chaga, and the 7 mushroom blend. For that sort of thing, most people would go for lion's mane. It's great for like cognitive function. It's great for focus. It's great for clarity.
Yeah, because brain fog is real, right?
Yeah, and that's great for like ADHD as well. It's not something that like doctors would prescribe, but there's great like research around it. There's great evidence to show that it really can help you with ADHD.
Sorry, I was distracted actually. What helps with ADHD?
Lion's mane.
Okay. I literally was. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, no, it's
distracted by the thing you needed to be listening to, but bless you.
Lion's mane is definitely the most. I mean, that's got the most reputation at the moment, right? I think that's because
it was fantastic. I had it for 6 months and it was brilliant. Got me through a major. Who am I? Where am I? What the hell am I doing with my time?
No, I've been trying lion's mane as well recently, just again because I'm just looking for, the thing about when you go through menopause as a woman or you're in perimenopause, you've known yourself your whole life, and then something hits you upside the head, and there are moments when you don't recognize yourself because you can't remember anything. Everything that you've reached this stage in your life where you really know what you're doing, you know who you are, you're kind of stepping forth into the world, and then suddenly poof. And so I have been really kind of looking around to try and figure out what can be helpful. And so I've been trying lion's mane just in the last 3 months or so. So I'd love to, that's why I'm genuinely asking, because I want to know.
And how are you finding it?
I'm finding it very helpful. I mean, just in terms of focus. I mean, it's really hard for me, when I'm having a conversation and I forget a word.
Sure.
I cannot.
The recall.
I just cannot bring it to my to the fore at all. But also, it's not just. Sometimes it's that specific, but other times it's just like. Cannot remember, on a daily basis, what was I doing? Constantly stopping and going, what was I doing? What was I doing? Looking at people working around me, what was I doing?
And it's that thing where you think, now this is weird because they're all coping.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm paddling like a mad thing underneath, but nothing is happening.
Absolutely.
I'm not moving, and that's quite isolating, and it kills your confidence. It's just horrible.
You're absolutely right.
Because I meet a lot of people on a weekly basis, and people come up and start talking, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about or who I am.
You're just waiting for a bit in the conversation.
I'm waiting for a bit to hang on to. And when that happens, but the lion's mane definitely makes
it is really helpful.
Yeah.
So what else would you suggest then?
CBD is great as well.
Yeah.
A lot of women going through menopause use CBD. It's a great effect. It's great for hormonal balance. It's great for just bodily function and promoting homeostasis in our bodies. So a lot of people find CBD really good for that. So CBD and lion's mane is a great combination.
And also just like getting a really decent night's sleep.
That's a huge
super
thing,
important.
Right? If we don't get some REM sleep, then life's basically out the window, isn't it?
Dreadful.
Well, you're in the right place.
Oh, I'm totally like, we're going to have a conversation.
Just a small percentage.
That's what this is for.
We're going to have a conversation, don't worry.
So, bless you for being here, and bless you for sticking it out when you said, days when you think, because a lot of people give up on business and don't. But I send everybody who starts talking about, and I go to Jonny. Go to Jonny at Canny.
Thank you.
Go and he will help. To me, you're like the sage.
Wow.
In the town. You really are. No, because your knowledge is superb. And you're not just going to sell somebody something and just go, have that. You will talk about it, you will hear them out, you will check it out. No,
integrity is a big part of it, right? Because it's such a... Sorry, it's a coffee machine. It's
Damn
such
caffeine.
I feel like a big part of, like when people look at this sort of industry externally anyway, a lot of people find it hard to trust. Because it's like, what's this weird, unregulated industry, just a random...
Well, the wellness industry has killed confidence.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Because people are just throwing any old shit out there and saying, well, you know, this is what you need. And I have to go back and look at the reviews and go, 2.1? This is a charlatan.
Yeah, of course.
It's rubbish. Whereas so when people say to me, I buy from, and I go, I buy from local because he has done the work. Yeah. He's done the legwork. He's found a good supplier.
That's true.
He checks it out. So as you know, as a dispensary, from my perspective, you are the guy. And when I've made the mistake and gone elsewhere for desperation, because it was I can't get them. I paid the price for it.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. A, disgusting. B, what a waste of money. And then it's like I can't buy online because I don't feel confident.
I think people who can offer you advice out of genuine knowledge that have done the work.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like gold. You know, they're like gold. You want to, you're constant. Again, personally, like. I do acupuncture. I mean, I'm the beneficiary of acupuncture, and massage and things like that. And you're constantly looking for the people who can help really improve your quality of life. I mean, that's really what it's about, that you can trust, who can do what they say they're going to do and help improve your quality of life. And so yeah, I'm excited to have a conversation with you after this is done.
No, I like that. It's continuity. As far as I'm concerned, everything's continuity.
Yeah.
I don't want to go somewhere and get something and then go back and get something and go, nah.
Yeah,
I made the mistake of going twice. Nah, don't like that.
I think it's the difference between people, jumping on a bandwagon, like you were saying. A lot of people have just come into this industry because they've seen money in it and they wanted to get a part of that pie, whereas for me, like, all this stuff genuinely changed my life. I came from relying on antidepressants and painkillers for many years to finding natural remedies because I didn't know I was going to end up.
Yeah, and that's what can happen when you go and say to your GP, or used to always happen, antidepressants was the first port of call, and then we'll take something for the pain. I don't want to be on that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't. I want to look.
I've been making gummies in my bathtub for like 3 weeks, and I'm bringing some samples.
Okay, thank you.
You must make a lot of gums in a bathtub.
Yeah.
That's the sort of supply chain we need.
Have you seen the size of it?
Made really like it.
The kids are filthy.
And sticky, I would imagine.
But super chilled out.
Yeah. Sticky but
No
relaxed.
complaints from my wife. She hasn't spoken for 3 weeks.
Thank you, Jonny.
Thank you, Jonny. You've been an absolute star, and thank you for hosting today.
No, thank you for being
thank
here.
you.
Our town has plenty of Jonny. I like this a lot. So, Kings Road, what number? 9?
Number 9, directly
9.
opposite Bates.
Number 9, directly opposite Bates.
It's meant to signify transitions.
Oh, nice.
It's an excellent device. It's an excellent device for transition.
So this beautifully moves us around the table, doesn't it? To the wonderful Will. Now, I don't even know your surname.
So my surname's Hobson, but I recently got written about in Hastings Independent and they published it Hospon, so I may be recognisable as
So now Will Hospon.
Yeah, which is quite funny. So it's my first ever bit of press. Well, actually, I've done some press before for another thing I did, but yeah, they big surname spelling.
Hobson.
Hopson.
Oh, the S and the P the wrong way
They got
around.
that. But it's quite nice, like hospitality.
Oh,
and then maybe they were like
hospital.
trying to
As
sort of go
opposed to
towards
Maybe
that.
that's your future business name, Hospital.
Yeah, possibly. It'd be a big rebrand. I spell my name with one L, so I'm kind of like, maybe I don't need another rebrand. But yeah.
So I saw your post and I loved it. Was it Sylvie?
Sylvie,
Painting.
my business partner, who also
Dora.
owns Bait and Coquina.
Yeah,
And
so
she's
unpack that because we're starting with
Yeah,
Dora's.
yeah, let's do
Pizza.
Dora's. Dora's is a new place that we're doing, which is at the site of Supernature.
Yeah.
Pizza, ice cream and cocktails, pretty simple.
Nice.
We've got an amazing pizza oven that Mark from Supernature has left us, which used to service Tommy's, I think.
Yes.
And then he transitioned to Supernature, which went crazy with lots of small plates, and like how he achieved that out of that oven is mental. So
Absolutely.
I'm impressed by that.
Yeah.
So we've got that, and then my friend Josh, who's one of the sous chefs at Bait, he's got a Cap and Jonny ice cream machine from a project that never quite got off the ground for him, which is like the ice cream machine that makes all the gelato in Italy, and it's like the best. It's the top of the range ice cream machine. So we've got a great pizza oven, great ice cream machine,
Pizza and ice cream.
and banging cocktails, because we've got great staff who can make banging cocktails.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna. We kind of it started with like a hazy conversation between a friend and Mark on New Year's Eve. I got put in touch with Mark, and then like it's kind of snowballed and come together super fast. And Sylvie, so once amidst everything, like I've been obviously at my other restaurant, and Ruby's been away sort of at weddings and stuff, and Jacob, who's the head chef of Bait and another business partner of ours, we just keep taking on another business
6
partner.
degrees, you just bring in people.
He went on a Vipassana, so he was away. So Sylvia's pretty much renovated the whole thing on her own in like 2 weeks.
So while he was silently doing yoga,
she was madly working, and she has the work ethic like no one I've ever seen in my life. And an amazing eye for design. So she's been, you know, climbing up ladders in such risky ways, painting the front of that building, and just been running around like a madwoman. But it looks incredible in there.
So who's Dora?
Dora is her dog.
Like
named, I think she was originally named Doris, and then someone shortened it to Dora after Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
And then we were going to call it something else, and it never really happened. And then she just sort of took a picture of Dora one day, and we were like, let's call it that. And also Susanna's obsessed with dogs.
They are.
So yeah, so we're going to lean into the dog brand.
Yeah, ice cream for dogs.
That's exactly what Sylvie said the other day, and we will have ice cream for dogs. Yeah. Again, like it's like the gluten-free thing, the ice cream for dogs. Like we're moving at such a rate that we are going to have all these things.
Yes.
But we are at the moment
Let's start here, shall we?
Yeah, well, we've got a week and we haven't even made it. We've only just lit the oven. So yeah, we're moving at a rate which only sort of works around here in London. So one of our people, Poppy, who does our PR, was saying that in London it takes like a year to get something off the ground.
Yeah.
And for us, it's taken like 4 weeks.
Yeah, but that's Hastings St Leonards,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? To be fair, you have a conversation, and
Yeah.
then it's like nobody sits there and goes, nah. Everyone goes, when?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
And then they go,
Yeah.
how?
I mean, Coquina, my other restaurant, we did that in like 8 days. But Ruby and Sylvie, honestly, my business partners, work at such a phenomenal rate. They can do what they can achieve is like genuinely awe-inspiring.
So women, you know.
Yeah, I know. Surround myself with them.
So you've slid Coquina into this conversation.
Yes.
And so let's work out where these places are. So you got Dora is at the old Supernature. So
yeah,
that's
the
going
corner
to be
of Kings Road and
on the
Norman
corner
Road.
of what back in the day was Love Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
So just to put it back into some of the old viewers.
In case you've not been at St Leonards for 10 years.
Well, no, but I say this to people saying, where Love Cafe? Oh yeah, you go.
To be fair, a lot of people
on
have
that
brought that to
landmark.
us, yeah.
Yeah, it happens because it was there for so long. But see, there's Dora's, there's Bait opposite Canny, Bayte, Fish.
No, modern Italian, like modern European food.
So it's everything. It's fish and everything.
It's not. I mean, it's kind of yes. I would say it's more of an Italian restaurant than anything. My business partner Ruby, her family own Pizza Nursery up in London, which is quite a famous seasonal Italian restaurant.
It is.
And Jacob and Josh kind of come from an Italian. Well, Jacob especially comes from an Italian-ish background. Josh owns a farm in Lewis called Goat Grid, which supplies those amazing produce, and we work with these amazing suppliers. And honestly, yeah, the sourcing's great and the cooking is fantastic. Yeah, it's a really great restaurant. I worked there for a while. So just to give you a bit of an so Ruby and Sylvie, my business partners, owned Bait.
Yeah.
And then I worked at Bait, and then me, Ruby, and Sylvie opened Coquina. And then
Coquina, which is
over in the Old Town above the Hastings Contemporary.
Contemporary.
And that's kind of, it's a bit more like Bait's a kind of modern restaurant, I'd say, and we're more of a modern cafe.
Yeah.
Like we kind of do stuff a little bit more. Coquina?
Which one?
Coquina, sorry, yeah. Coquina's like, well, we're Spanish, they're Italian.
Yeah.
We're more cafe, they're more restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's a much smaller team. And we're obviously servicing an art gallery as well, so we sort of play into lots of different areas, whereas this is more of a pure restaurant.
Yeah.
So that was me, Ruby and Sylvie.
Yeah.
And then Dora's is me, Ruby, Sylvie and Jacob, who's the head chef of Bait. So we just seem to take on one per site. And Jacob is the best chef I've ever worked with. And here's the way. And Josh makes amazing ice cream. So we've just got all these amazing people within.
I'd like to join your next venture.
Okay, cool. we'll bring you in.
along.
Definitely a conglomerate growing in Hastings and St Leonards.
We need to name the group soon, but we don't know quite what yet. But yeah, it's great. I mean, it's cool, brilliant. And like it employs loads of people, like young people from around here, people who've come down, and like the people we have are just so cool. And like that's the reason we want to keep growing. It's because like we want to keep giving people the opportunity to put their stamp on things and to do fun things. So yeah, it's banging. We're really happy. I'm really excited. And Dora's has gone down. So when I opened Coquina, it was mainly like my family being like, yeah, but like actually here, it's just been like the communal response to it has been incredible. Genuinely, like I didn't really expect it to land so well. It kind of makes sense because where it is, it's like just at the intersection of absolutely everything.
It is.
So it's very much like we are literally displaying what we're doing in real time.
Well, we were all seeing, I mean, as someone that lives and works on Norman Road, I think anytime you see one of the businesses, even if it was struggling or Supernature did great things right up until when Mark stopped. But we felt the end coming, I guess, especially if you knew Mark. So when that happens, we see these spaces looking like they're going to become something that we don't want as a community. So and the same thing happened there. I remember when that was first boarded up, there was quite a bit of talk in St Leonards about how, not sort of anxiety maybe is the right word. They needed some CBDs.
Yeah.
Send them your way. So every time a business shuts, come to Canny and have a chill. But seeing, you've developed some trust, and now we see this building is in good hands for the near future, and really excited to see what you do next. I mean,
we're excited, and like we want to continue some of the work that Mark's done as well. We're going to keep doing that monthly music night.
Love that.
And get DJs down and do that sort of stuff, because that's like all of our backgrounds. We spent our 20s partying, and we want to keep that going. And I live with a woman called Steph up in Bohemia Road.
You do, Steph Moore.
Yeah, and because I'm just like waiting to buy a flat, so she's really generously put me up, and she's just got a crew of like old ravers who just love it, and like so we want to like make sure we're playing into all that sort of stuff, and also with the community stuff, probably more on the Love Cafe side of things. We want to build something called Club Dora, which is if you can prove you live within 2 miles or so, haven't actually done the radius thing. If you can prove that you live within there, you'll be in Club Dora, which means you'll get midweek lunch deals, which will hopefully put us on some sort of competitive footing with other businesses within the area who can like.
You can do it too.
Yeah, exactly, and it will kind of create something like it's not about exclusivity, but it's about a community. So like if you can come in and and then you can come and use it as a place. We're not going to have coffee, which because there's a million places that do coffee.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so we want to like really play into those community things and like employ a bunch of young people and throw in at the deep end and see how it all goes.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, yeah, we really like, honestly, the response has been so good, and it's like having come down here like 3 years ago, having never heard of St Leonards, to be honest, because I went to move to Tillingham, lived in London, moved to Tillingham, lived in a farmhouse with no internet, heating or Wi-Fi. And then my friend was like, we should move to St Leonards. I was like, what is that?
What is that?
What is this place?
Yeah, what is
it
this
is
place?
that.
Came down and was like, oh, this is the vibe. And then I've just grown so much to love it.
When I got here, it was barefoot actually, and really hairy.
Yeah. It was actually quite feral living there. Like we'd like come downstairs in the morning in the winter, and like this would just be frozen. The water in the pipes would regularly freeze. And I was kind of institutionalised, and he was like, we can leave. I was like, we can leave? And then we left.
Are we allowed to leave? He says, right.
I know. Tillingham was moderately culty, but we got out. And then I came to work here. But I still always wanted to like start something. I don't know what it is. It's just so fun to do stuff.
You're in the perfect place to start something.
Even though starting Coquina was so stressful, I cannot believe how mentally stressful it was. Right. But this time it's like exhausting but joyous, because I know that there's something that comes out of the other end.
Of course. And everybody, the good thing about this town is everybody wants to will you on. They all will you on.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're performing, they're willing you on. You won't get bottles thrown at you in this town. Unless you're George Street after Jack and the Green, when it all gets a little bit leery. But that does not happen. People want to support, and they're.
There's an acknowledgement of like growth as well, like things getting better and finding their place. Whereas like in like London, or I guess London's where I know, stuff doesn't land and be absolutely banging pretty quickly. They can be written off and be closed like that. And I've seen places closed. That actually happens in Brighton. A small place, natural winey place, opened last summer in like May. It's closed by August because it just didn't hit straight away. Whereas here there's a lot more. It feels, I mean, you guys can tell me, but I think the feeling is there's a lot more patience of something developing.
There's patience
room
and
for creativity.
For sure.
Yeah, it is. It's who's willing to do that. We love people who are open to starting something. We're all behind it, and like you saw, I've seen your socials. As soon as you started posting, it was like, I'm watching this, so I put an all up, and it was like, oh man, look at the love that's coming.
Absolutely.
And it was, oh, I love you and I don't even know you. I think it was one of the posts. It was like, I haven't even met you yet, but I really love this. And that feels like it's the essence of what this town actually is all about. Definitely. It has a real sort of let's get behind them kind of vibe.
And at the same time, I feel like that's been even accelerated by where it is and stuff. Because at Coquina again, when we launched it, I can only compare to that. It was basically my family and friends giving it that like, you know, boost. Whereas like here, I don't know anyone who's commented on it. I mean, a fair few friends here and there, but generally it's just been people.
You have mates.
And like, you know, so we're running like, we're doing like a soft launch where we've already sold out all the pizzas, so we're just selling, we're sort of running this soft launch weekend next weekend. So
we'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be, everyone should be there. It's going to be great. And
they're sold out of pizza.
We sold out pizza on a Thursday, but we're doing 100 Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so we can't make Friday because we're already double booked on Friday. So we're going to be a bit of this and a bit of that, but we can't do a bit of this, a bit of that, and a bit of the other. It's not going to work.
Well, join Club Dora and get your lunchtime deals.
Darling, we're in Club Dora because we're across the way.
Good, yeah.
I'm actually just thinking, am I 2 miles? I might be just beyond 2 miles past.
Just
to be honest,
so I'm out of the club?
No. I think if anyone brings it, like goes to the effort of bringing in like a utility bill or something, just go after it. And they're like 2 point, it doesn't really.
I'm 100 yards.
It's to be honest, the whole idea of Club Dora isn't necessarily the radius. It's like the kind of engagement with.
Yeah.
I reckon. And I also, if I saw what 2 miles looked like, I might be like.
Yeah.
Or.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be it's gonna be fun. It's been it's gonna hit the ground running and it's great and we're buzzing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Nice.
I'm loving it.
How many cocktails will you have on your cocktail menu?
Do you know, again, haven't even written that yet, but
you got it.
So we're not really gonna be doing cocktails in the same way that like Rituals or Cactus Hound do, because we're running it on a relative. It's like in order to keep prices down, because we want our offering to be have more or less parity pizza wise with the price of the Imperial, and our prices to have parity with more or less what they do at Goat Veg.
I love that.
So we're not going to be serving like £12-13 super expensive long to make cocktails. We're doing a lot of batching stuff, and then we will be doing specials. But for us, like I was saying before, it's like we'll be doing a small menu to start and growing it out as we get better, rather than like sending ourselves down with loads of difficult things. So yeah, it'll be banging fun cocktails, strong cocktails, rather than like complex cocktails, I'd say.
Yeah.
Saying that, like, if someone comes in who's like obsessed with cocktails and wants to like transform it, that's where I love handing off responsibility and delegating. It's great.
Have you been to the heist where they do the cocktails?
I haven't been to heist. I went to Rituals for the first time the other day, and Rituals is banging.
Dude,
and also like they do their thing. They have a massively high quality offering there. It's really
cocktails are great.
Really good, and just a vibe as well.
Yeah. It's got sort of speakeasy vibes, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And Cactus Hound do their thing.
Okay.
You know.
I highly recommend the heist night though.
From
the guy's a true. I actually can't remember Andy or something. Maybe is his name. I can't remember. You know,
big tall,
really tall.
Alex. Yeah.
Alex.
Mm-hmm.
It was an A. He's a proper mixologist.
Great.
So if you're looking for just like standard cocktail business, he's not your guy. I mean, he might be your guy as well, but where he's really special is his take on things.
The truth is, what we are will emerge and develop over. Hopefully. Just before the summer holidays, hopefully we'll be in a very fixed place by then. But that's why it's just great to be able to open somewhere where people do have patience and understanding that like things do emerge and grow.
Absolutely.
And it comes back down to people. We are literally swamped with the best people to work with. Like we really, we put that advert out and we've had 15, 20, 30 people saying they want to come and work for us. We've connected with this amazing pizza chef called Andy who saw what we were doing, and like, so we're kind of pulling a team together. And again, it's all happening like organically, but also rapidly. So if it was in a week, I'd probably tell you a completely different set of things.
But the enthusiasm has been felt for you and by you.
Yeah, I mean,
the town.
I don't know why I'm surprised by it, but it has just been so cool and great. And there's obviously a feeling of responsibility there, that with enthusiasm comes a bit of responsibility to make it really great. But as I say, like, you know, this is our, as a group, it's our third one now.
Yeah.
We have really good people.
Yeah.
But Angela Hartnett says she has opened like millions of restaurants, and she says every time you open a new one you think this time it'll be so smooth, and every time it is just complete chaos. So looking forward to that.
Here it comes.
Yeah, for sure.
Ice cream for dogs.
Bring
Ice cream for dogs.
Bring on the chaos. It doesn't matter, because you'll feed people, you'll help them imbibe. It'll be great.
As long as I'm not having to take home laundry again every 2 days like I was at Coquina and doing it myself, I will consider that a win. Yeah. But no, it's great.
Washing it's fine, drying it's fine, the ironing.
No, we don't iron tea towels because they go straight back in.
Okay.
So soft launch this weekend.
Soft launch next Thursday.
Okay. Thursday.
A week Thursday the 14th. And we sold out, the pizzas sold out, so to speak. The pizzas within a couple of hours. But you know, people are still welcome to come down for drinks on
I'm
this Saturday.
confused how. I'm not here for that anyway. I'm not quiet. But, and the Friday we double booked. But on the so when you say you're sold out, what people have booked?
Well, because what we wanted to do was, again, in this sort of like aim to not send ourselves into a spin, I wanted to just basically do. We've got 50 pizzas to sell, so I thought I'd just put it out there, and people can come in and like put their name on a list as a table of 2. So then I'm gonna now, sometime when I find some time, allocate all time slots for everyone who's kind of come in and asked for that. And as a result, it's good because it means we can stagger our service.
Nice.
And we already have people who are like bought into what we're doing, actively wanted to do it. So it's going to be like a really nice vibe. And then.
So do we have to book on the weekend?
On Friday, it's walk-ins only. But there just will be 100 pizzas, which is ambitious. I don't think we'll sell 100 pizzas, but if we do, they will just go, and that will be acknowledged. I think on Saturday we'll sell it. Like on Friday we're open in a 5 until 11:30. We are moving towards, in June, we'll be 7 days a week, 12 till 10 or 11 every day, unless we're doing nights or whatever. So we are just slowly moving towards that. But no, walk-ins only. Although within the club, we are thinking of doing ways that, like, people who are within the club, we're going to have a WhatsApp community called Dora's Disciples, which will be an opportunity for people to like use us in different ways as well.
Super intense. So you came from a cult in Tillingham, and now you're starting a new one.
Cults begets cults.
Yeah.
Pizza culture.
What's that marketing? I don't know if you guys have ever done it. It's like meant to be. My friend's got a place in the Isle of Wight, and he says it's literally the lifeblood of his business, because obviously the Isle of Wight's even more seasonal than here.
Yeah.
And he says that building a WhatsApp community during the summer is just the lifeblood of the business in the winter.
My WhatsApp community that I tell people about events in the town has been transformative for my things.
That's what I've heard.
Group
and like,
chats.
it's just
Make
like,
it broadcast only though.
I will do broadcast only, and then exactly. But within that, there'll be lots of different benefits and potentially. But generally, going back to that, it's like it's walk-ins only, unless you want big parties or whatever. No booking system, just nice and casual. That weekend will be hopefully full of people. We'll have 100 pizzas, a limited amount of ice cream, with the aim that once we're open 7 days, we'll never run out of either.
I like that.
But
So on the Saturday, what time are you open?
12.
We'll be down.
Yeah.
We'll go and
Yeah,
explore.
please do.
That's my birthday weekend.
Yeah. And you're keeping all the seating outside, I assume, for the summer.
So we're changing it a little bit, like Ruby and Sylvia are obsessed with design, so once they sort of get their centre, everything else that grows out around it has to be kind of matching it. So we're kind of getting rid of the picnic benches, stripping back a little bit that corrugated roof to try and let in some sun. Although it's weirdly, is it north facing that gets no sun?
You're on the dark side of Norman Road, man.
It is freezing in the morning regardless. It's like a microclimate. But we're just going to turn. I imagine that outdoor space during the summer will be, the pour out off the beach, or people like looking for like something nice and sort of their leaves now. But yeah, we'll keep the outdoor seating for the most part and try and build that in we don't really know what we're allowed to do in terms of we'd love to have like music out there in the summer and stuff like that, but it's like, is it ask for permission, not forgiveness, or do we need to check out everything? I'm not too sure.
Well, it used to be every
There's the
weekend.
Mark Edwards way, and then there's...
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere around that, yeah. But we'll see what, I mean, I think with any space, like, you know, people choose how to interact with it, and it's your responsibility as like a restaurateur or a purveyor of anything to respond to that, rather than being like embedded of like, this is what we think it is. If everyone uses it, mainly as we're called Dora's Pizzabar, but it could be Dora's Bar Pizza, or it could just be a bar that does pizza, or it could just be a pizza restaurant. Just depends how people want to use it. It's just like, you know, so we're just trying to work that one out. But we'll only see by doing. It's hard when you're like, as you guys have probably seen, you can only do so much up to the point of delivery, and then you're just like, you know, you can be over prepared until people come in the door.
You gotta be flexible.
You have no
Organic,
idea.
You can throw a lot of toppings on there and then just peel it.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's like restaurants. Like, it's like down here, like you put offal on the menu down here, no one's buying it, and you can, as a chef, you're like, why? It's so annoying. Or you can just be like, cool, let's put on something that people actually want, and use that as a core to grow out from.
Because it could end up just being Negronis and ice cream.
Banging, yeah.
I just
love to run an ice
anchovies.
cream.
Just throw some anchovies on. I'm very happy with them.
That'd be a lot of
Very
that.
easy
We've got 2 anchovy dishes. We've got a garlic pizza shred.
Anchovy ice cream?
Wait. Excuse me. He's talking about anchovies.
Sorry, Paul.
Anchovy ice cream. No, I'm joking. That won't be there yet unless it's delicious.
So you've got.
We're gonna have this like so at the end of a pizza service, quite often the doughs are on the edge towards going like overproofed. So we'll make those into these little like breads, which we'll divot and then we'll cook them, and then the next day fill it with anchovy butter. Well, actually, garlic butter and anchovies you can add, so it's not, you know, veg friendly.
Butter, God, that sounds so good.
And then just bang on loads of like bright green butter, bang it back through the oven, and finish it with loads of anchovies. Or obviously we're going to have a Neapolitan, you know, like the anchovies, olives, capers. We'll be doing that as well. Or you can just add anchovies to whatever you want. Ice cream, maybe, if you want to give that a shot. We won't refund you if it's truly disgusting.
Yeah, anchovy Negroni.
Yeah? Anchovy everything.
Christ.
We want to do these sardines as well.
Sorry. Stop it.
No, it sounds amazing.
It's going to be great, and like we're buzzing, and it's just going to be really fun. Being over there, Coquina's been great, but like my centre for me personally, I'm buying up like East Descent, so like 6-minute walk from Dora. It's like, for me personally, it's much more like at the centre of where I want to be.
You're living on the manor. You're working on the manor, which I like.
Yeah.
I like to work on my own.
You'll be in Club Dora?
Didn't get in. Not yet. I
Too
live
exclusive.
I live too far away. No, I'll be the sort of like maybe the bouncer, maybe the doorman of Club Dora. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Well, good luck with everything, man.
Yeah, good
I'll
luck.
be by for a pizza and a cocktail.
Yeah, I'll see you guys down there.
We'll be there on Saturday. Yum 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 yum.
I always pay the
No,
ultimate
I'm
price when I eat ice cream.
Do you?
Because I'm totally lactose intolerant.
Oh.
And I love pizza, but I mean, I just love them both so much that I just deal with it.
Yeah.
We'll have some really, really delicious sorbets as well that are like super creamy and delicious. So you can eat that.
No, gelato.
And the ice cream.
I'm gonna have the ice cream
sorbet every time.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, sorbet, but gelato.
Me too.
We work with these like amazing
It's worth the
suppliers.
sufferation, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a gelato.
I mean, there's the guys who sell blackberries, black currants to Ribena up the road. I don't quite know where they are, but they'll sell you black currants at cost. So you can basically, we're going to make loads and loads of black currant sorbet. That's going to be one of our main things.
Nice.
What a delicious thing to have.
Yeah, will be
Nice
will be
in a cocktail as well.
Yeah, we can make everything into a cocktail.
Yeah.
Cocktail sorbets. We made this Paloma sorbet at Coquina, which is like a grapefruit sorbet, which we then just pour tequila all over.
Yeah, see?
So we could do that. And they do a similar thing, blood orange, with Aperol, a bait, or Campari.
I like to go to Goat Ledge and get one of their frozen doodles that they have, slushy type things. Just bung a load of rum in it.
Frozen Mars.
That's my that's my frozen. But it's original margaritas from wherever. You know.
I definitely want to do that as well, but budget hasn't allowed us to buy a huge slushy machine yet. But we'll get there.
Don't need a slushy. You just
Crush the ice.
Crush it. Yeah.
Manual slushy.
I'll leave that to someone else. But
Yeah.
you're right.
You just need a what are those things that we've got at home? What's that thing called?
Blender?
NutriBullet, yeah.
Imagine trying to NutriBullet 100 marks.
It'd be like one NutriBullet burn out in one day.
Yeah.
I think we'd quickly
How
lose
to
all the
kill
staff required.
Not a NutriBullet, you need something more industrial. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
And we will be along when you're
Cheers, thank you.
to your club. And
Yeah.
thank you. Our
Good luck
town,
to you, mate.
indeed.
Thank
Has
Exciting.
plenty. Darling, so now we have the lovely Mariel Brown. So, yeah. So you've already told us about what matters to you in the town in relation to food and getting yourself some Canny goodies. Tell me about what you do in this town. You've been here 9 years, did you say?
I think, well, since 2019, so what are we on? What is that? That's 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years in Hastings, yeah.
Welcome to town.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's interesting because my husband and I moved down literally just before COVID.
Yeah.
And so, so it was a kind of strange introduction to Hastings because, you know, the whole place was locked down.
Well, what brought you here? Why here?
Well, we were in London because my husband went to art school. We're from Trinidad, and he went to art school in London, and I was just like, listen, we cannot afford to live with you as an artist, come graphic designer. He's a graphic designer, artist, and me as a filmmaker. We can't stay here.
No.
And we had a really great friend who was living in Cambridge Gardens at the time, and we just said, look, can we come and visit? And we came down because I was kind of looking on the map, you know, where's close enough to London, close to the sea, decent quality of life. And we came and visited him, and we just fell in love with the place. And Richard went back to Trinidad because he was getting his visa, and I moved us down to Vicarage Road in September 2019. And so, and then COVID came, and so it's weird because in the post-COVID time, it's like discovering Hastings and St Leonards outside of COVID, which is why I was so excited about Jack and the Green, because I remember during COVID just feeling like, oh gosh, how's the town going to be? Because everything was empty.
It was.
I mean, it was like a ghost town.
Yeah.
You'd look out onto the beach and there'd be, you know, because you weren't even allowed to congregate on the beach, right?
Absolutely.
You know, there'd be a lone seagull and a policeman sort of patrolling. And I remember just feeling like, you know, desperately wanting to feel the town recover because it just felt like such a dynamic place where, you know, real people live, you know. So I've been here since 2019, and as a Trinidadian person, my husband is also Trinidadian, and he's an artist, and we sort of were part of convening and supporting a cultural organizer in Hastings called Lorna Hamilton Brown.
We know her well.
Yeah, with Lorna we worked on, we out-aired the exhibition at Hastings Contemporary, and Richard was part of the exhibition. And so as a filmmaker myself and also an organizer myself, I've been kind of wanting to sort of find opportunities to share Caribbean film wherever I can. It's taken me a long time to settle in and to sort of find my feet and to find my rhythm again, to find my flow. But part of doing that was creating this screening series called Crossroads. And Crossroads is run by the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, which is a festival that I run. It's the most significant film festival with a unique position of showing only Caribbean film. And we're in our 20th year actually this year. And we've basically shown, I don't know, in the 20 years over 2,000 films and welcomed maybe 1,500 different filmmakers. And so the films are either by Caribbean filmmakers working in the Caribbean or from the diaspora, or films by international filmmakers that speak, that are telling Caribbean stories. And And I just think, you know, that there's a kind of a long, intractable relationship between Great Britain and the Caribbean for all the reasons you can understand.
Of course.
And I want to see our stories be more of the mainstream in the UK.
Yeah.
And so our stories, which are part of, which is, there's a kind of strange thing that happens here, which is like, Caribbean stories of the Caribbean diaspora in the UK. There's a kind of separation in how we see them. They're not British, but of course they are. And so kind of finding a way to bring these stories to the fore and to share these films, and to sort of share experiences of the contemporary Caribbean, which not based on sort of nostalgia or memory, but based on actual lived experience and the way that we experience the world today. It's really feels very, very exciting, and necessary, and also finding an audience of people who love film or people who love good stories, really are open to world cinema, open to cinema that they may not necessarily know, are open to discovering, and then also trying to find our audience as well in terms of the diaspora audience or the Caribbean audience. It's very challenging, but it's also really, really exciting, and I'm kind of really hoping that Crossroads will grow to become an annual series.
That'd be great, though.
Yeah, I mean, we want to make sure that, Caribbean filmmakers often really suffer for the opportunity to share their work internationally, because it's not a region that's known for film, except for maybe Cuba.
But the quality of the films that I was looking at, they're very, very high. Why is it known for film?
Because, I think, film has a long history, and it has a long, and it can feel quite closed and encapsulated. And so so sometimes sort of the idea of, and also I think there's a kind of a weird aversion to risk and sort of assuming what the audience will want to see. So because it's expensive, right? So you want to put movies on at the cinema that people will buy tickets for and get bums in seats. Sure. And so we're seeing that even more now, that even like in Hollywood, that studios are taking less and less risk. Yeah. Because they have to make sure that they get bums in seats, right?
Those horrible blockbuster things that go on forever.
And also, like, how many, like, part 1, part 2, part 3, like, how many sequels and prequels, and you know what I mean? And so, for me, it's about kind of just saying, listen, we have to give people, audiences, an opportunity to find us. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so what can we do to give audiences an opportunity to find us? And so Crossroads is one of those things, and I'm hoping, like, I recognize that it's going to be something that has to build over time, but I think our work, the best of Caribbean cinema, can stand up with the best of cinema anywhere in the world, and deserves to be seen. Yeah. And then audiences, because I believe that the more you know about a person or a place, the less frightening it is to you. Totally, the more you see each other as human beings, living, sharing this experience of living on this planet together. Yeah. And I want to, and I'm hoping that because Caribbean is one of the places that is so overly exoticized. With good reason. It's got gorgeous beaches, Yeah,
that's not all of it.
It's a great place to go and swim in the sea and get a good tan, but it's also a real place with real people who strive and work and have heartbreak and joy and all of those things. And so,
but I've seen that in all of those shorts. What's so lovely about this is they're shorts. So how long is a short?
Well, we're doing, just to be clear, we're doing one shorts package. Yeah. So a short for us, different film festivals have different categorizations, but a short for us is anything up to 30 minutes long, under 30 minutes. Yeah. And then, so it's a really nice way to get a little soupçon of this and a soupçon of that.
Because you get I found the ones that I saw, because I did spend a long time just going, oh, I want to go and learn more about this. When Annette got in touch, it was like, this is not something I've ever seen. So it was fascinating looking at the variation in everything that was, you had political, you had heartbreak, there was one last year with moths, which I was fascinated by, which I talked about earlier. But there was so many beautiful stories, so documentaries and stories, and I thought, what a great night. Instead of going and saying, I'm going to commit to one film, you can go for the night and have.
So the shorts package is we have, I think, 5 or 6 films showing in Hastings.
How great.
At the Electric Palace, and they've been just absolutely really great and just kind of really supportive of the idea from the get-go.
Yeah.
So the shorts are actually showing during half term. Yeah. Because they're generally family-friendly shorts, so animations, stop motion animations, and stories that we think young people would enjoy. And we're also showing 2 feature films, one called Queen of Soca, which is from Trinidad and Tobago. It was just released this year. It's about, I don't know if you know about soca music, but soca music is to Trinidad what dancehall music is to Jamaica. So it is the beat. Soca is what drives you at carnival time. And so it's about this singer who is trying to become, it's a rags to riches kind of will I make it story, trying to become a famous soca singer within Trinidad, because Trinidad has spawned carnivals all over the world. Notting Hill Carnival is one of the carnivals that has come from Trinidad Carnival. And as you know, it is driven by music.
It is.
And so soca stars earn a living performing at carnivals all over the world, right? That's what they do. They bring out songs every year. They bring out songs to make you move. Anyway, so this soca star and Queen of Soca she's trying to find her own niche to make it big in the world, to enter a competition and make it, right? So, but in reality, the star of the film is the daughter of one of our most famous soca performers, Super Blue, and so it's a great film. It's a first-time feature from a director who I've known for a long time in Trinidad called Kevin Adams, and very ambitious, very brave, because making feature films in the Caribbean is hard, really hard, and so I think it's going to be a real crowd pleaser. And then we have a different kind of film, a kind of sort of beautiful, meditative, slightly heartbreaking film about migration and displacement, directed by a Haitian-Canadian director called Henri Pardot. And it's a story of a young boy who gets moved from Haiti to Canada when he's a child, and sort of trying to find himself in this new white, cold world, when he's come from this dynamic, extraordinary place. So his home is completely sort of destroyed and moved, and how do you contend with that as a young boy? How do you contend with a new world? I mean, my sister and I went through a very similar thing. We were my mum is English and my father is Trinidadian, and we moved to the UK in 1987. And you don't, because you have this sort of idea about what England is going to be and what the UK is going to be, because in the Caribbean, up until relatively recently, all you read as children was Enid Blyton books, and so you have this kind of idea of the beauty of the place, and then you come here, and so you're excited to come, but then you're living in southeast London, you're taking the bus to school every day, you're waiting, your whole, the way that your life shifts is so dramatic, and in some ways traumatic, and it takes time. So I think we've got 3 really sensational film packages. And I'm just kind of hoping that we'll have a great audience for it.
Sure you will. How do people find out about it?
We are on the Electric Palace website, which you can buy tickets for all the screenings through Electric Palace. Crossroads is actually taking place at 4 venues, so we're also at TONKA in Eastbourne. We're at the Depot in Lewis, and we're at a beautiful cinema in Hartford called Beam.
Nice.
And so the screenings start this Friday at Beam and run through to June 18th. The last screening is Carnival at Electric Palace.
Nice.
So you can get tickets on the venue websites, but you can also visit ttfilmfestival.com, where we have put a page up with all the venues and linking directly to their ticketing pages.
Yeah.
And then you can also follow us on Instagram at ttfilmfestival. As I say, we really want this to grow to become something that happens every year, and
Absolutely.
we want to find our audience. I should say we're showing a film called Bam Bam, the Sister Nancy story.
Bam, bam,
Exactly.
bam, bam, dee-dum.
That is exactly it. Bam Bam, the Sister Nancy story. Bam Bam is maybe one of the most famous dancehall songs you'll ever hear.
Absolutely.
I won't sing it because
think
I don't want to do that.
Everyone knows it.
Bam Bam.
That's it, everyone.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Such a song.
And so we're showing that at Beam in Hartford, but also at Depot. And after the screening at Depot, we're going to have a little dancehall music to try and to get people dancing. And it just makes you smile. It makes you want to move the whole, So, yeah, and we're trying to bring some Caribbean food. We're going to do some talk back sessions with Tola Dabiri, who's a cultural organizer here in Hastings. We have, discussions, post-screening Q&As, where we sort of speak to either filmmakers or speak with the audience about some of the things they've seen in the film.
Yeah.
We really want it to be a kind of lovely experience for people.
Quick question, a little bit weird, but if you were at a sort of a Caribbean restaurant, what would be the one thing you would order?
What would I order? It depends. Buying Caribbean food in England is really touch and go, and can be quite disastrous. Okay. The one thing that I've noticed that people do really well is curry. Mm-hmm. So I would tend towards like curry goat or curry chicken or something like that, rather than roti. I mean, Mama Put's. I love Mama Put's food. Jerry does a really great stew. His jollof rice is fantastic. He does great curry and beautiful oxtail.
Yeah. Nice plantain too.
Yeah, great plantain. His dumplings are fabulous. Those are not particularly Caribbean the way he does them, but they're delicious. So I think what I have come to is I'm stopping thinking about it as Caribbean food generally. I'm just thinking about it as delicious food. And so take away those ideas of what a roti tastes like in Trinidad. And just kind of accept that this is going to be something different, but something delicious in its own right.
We can only approximate when we're thousands of miles away, right?
Yeah, no, but also you just can't get the ingredients. I mean, you can't get the same ingredients that we use in the Caribbean.
What are the hallmarks of Trinidadian food versus like Jamaican? Or, because obviously we all say Caribbean, but they're just like little islands on their own, or is there sort of a homogenous thing to it?
Well, there are lots of different things, but so generally Caribbean people will eat a lot of rice. There'll be a lot of meat, stewed. My aunt would sort of get really thing about eating bones, but you have to think about the fact that that you're basically not wanting to waste any part of the animal, and so stews in Trinidad will have chicken bones and all of those kind of things. You would never just use the breast of the beast or the bird. It's very, very flavorful. A lot of rice, avocado, plantain, fried plantain, boiled plantain, roasted plantain. And I mean, yeah, it's not generally the healthiest food on the planet.
But it's delicious.
And in fact, people who have come to the Caribbean say, oh, but it's so hot, I would have thought you would eat lots of salads. No, we don't eat a lot of salads. We eat a lot of delicious, cooked, flavourful, very flavourful food.
Once per day.
Well, you don't get salad in India.
Yeah.
They'll add salad for European taste, but they don't make salad. It's all, everything's gravy, rice. It's very similar because the influence in the Caribbean there is some Indian influence, hence the roti, isn't it? Because that's a
Well, Trinidad, in particular, I mean, after slavery was abolished, the British brought in indentured labourers to try and keep the plantation system working, right? So, indentured labourers primarily came from India. Although they came from Portugal, they also came from China. They are the reason that the Trinidad food is so phenomenal. So Trinidadian street food is probably the best street food in the Caribbean. It's stuff that you can eat on the go. It's messy, it's delicious. So curry and lots of sauces, lots of beautiful chutneys and sauces. But like you said, not salad.
No. It's amazing the impact of that indentured labour stuff. Because when I was in Fiji about 15 years ago, there's loads of curry there as well. It's like how that Indian impact has had such a massive impact on because there's that Indian influences everywhere. Even in Malaysia, there's so much the best Indian curry I've ever had is in Malaysia.
Yeah, I mean Trinidad and Tobago is almost evenly split between East Indians and Africans,
really?
People of East Indian descent and Africans. I think there are more people of East Indian descent now in Trinidad than there are people of African descent. Guyana is the same. There was East Indian indentureship in Jamaica as well, although not on the same scale as Trinidad. So, I mean, it's a really rich, interesting food culture that we have. Just very, very punchy, full of flavour, and
That guy's just opened up on King's Road. I can't remember what he's called.
Jerk and Bean.
Yeah, Jerk and Bean. That's
I actually had some great experiences in there. He's a lovely guy. He's cool.
I want to go and try some of his stuff.
He's big-hearted.
Yeah.
OJ, he's affectionately known as.
Yeah, he's gone
Jasper.
in as well, so he's got some jollof on there, and
His jerk chicken is good.
His jerk chicken is good.
Yeah.
and he's just cool.
And his goat curry was
It's curry goat.
Curry goat, I'm sorry. I did do that. He said to me, no, to Patsy, you do it the other way around.
Because he opened for a bit opposite Heist, didn't he?
He did.
Remember, next door
He
to the
did.
sandwich.
And we were all queuing up. And then he disappeared and it was like,
No, I was gutted.
no, man. But he's nice, sweet.
I'm going to try him. I'm going to
try.
go and get some food there after I finish here.
Yeah.
'cause,
Shall we go? I
Yeah,
wanna
absolutely. I'm
Let's go.
happy to go and eat something there. I want to try him.
Go. Okay.
Cool beans.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go now. Shut.
I'm actually hungry now. Anything to add about the festival?
No, just we just really hope that folks will come out
come and enjoy.
and encourage you to come and see some films and experience, learn about something you may not know very much about, or be reminded of home, or be reminded of some sort of a memory of home that you have, and just give us a shot.
Okay, great.
Great.
Sounds lovely.
And we'll put links to all these folks.
Yep, all the links, all the ticket links, everything goes into the body.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, we will promote it. And this will go out to 40 different Facebook sites and Instagram, and it goes onto YouTube. And we split it up. You can send it wherever you want.
Perfect. I will do that.
Yeah.
I will
It's
absolutely do that.
You've been an absolute star. Thank you
you.
so much, Mariel. Wait.
Don't ping yet. I feel like I'm giving my Oscars speech and you're just about to ping me and I'm like,
Take the bell away from the boy. Thank you, Mariel.
Thank
You've been lovely.
you.
Our town has plenty again.
I agree. Our
Great
town
stuff.
certainly has plenty.
Absolutely.
I'm very glad to be here.
I think.
All right, that's a good point.
I think we're done. So we'll thank Mike for co-hosting, Rak for filming and editing and getting on with it now for the next 2 days. Thank Jonny for being a lovely host for this evening.
Thank you,
For
Jonny.
this evening.
It feels like it.
Go to
It's the
Jonny.
morning. It's
Go to
the
Jonny.
morning for this morning. And thank you, Jonny. So Canny, number 9 Kings Road. Thank you, Will, for Hobson as opposed to Hospen.
Either works. Call me whatever you want.
Thank you, and looking forward to Dora's maiden voyage next weekend. So very exciting.
Yeah, good luck.
Very exciting news for everybody. Our town definitely has plenty. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, dear listener, dear reader, dear viewer. So next week, she says, as I always forget, next week we're at HTH Church, which you might think, wow, that's a departure. But it's more than just a church. Honestly, it's more than just a building that you walk past on the American ground.
It's a community hub.
It is a real community hub. So we're going to be working with them next week. So tune in for that. You can. We run on fumes. So anytime you want to put a Ko-fi donation, the button is on the bottom. And we can come from anybody's venue. So anybody, we can turn up in your back garden if it's sheltered enough. We could do anywhere. So if you want us to come to your place of work, if you want to plug anything, come on like the guys have done today, and you can plug it. We're happy to do that. So we've got another week ahead.
Yeah.
Thank
you for tuning in. Our town has plenty.
Something slightly different this week. Because we've been in Canny this morning in Kings Road, he was starting to get customers, so we couldn't overstay our welcome. And our guests, they had so many interesting things to say that we overran. So we couldn't do the shout-outs in Canny like we normally would do. So Mike's had to go off and Rack's editing. So I am now doing the shout-outs from my couch at home. So, like we would do, hello, our town has plenty lovely people. So catch this week's podcast because we have Mariel Brown, who was promoting the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival. And we had Will from Dora's Pizzabar. So both have local events happening, so go and check it out. It's really, really good. And also Jonny from Canny. What Jonny from Canny doesn't know about his art, his specialist subject, which is mushrooms, CBD and all things, go and look. It's really interesting one. So I'm just going to have a gollop of my tea. Lovely. So here we are, 6th of May 2026, week 16. So it's quite a lot to get through here. Please forgive. But I'm reading off sheets. So we have the highly inflammable punk film made by locals, starring locals. And I understand also Patsy Kensit has come into the mix for some reason, which is going to be really interesting. So we have our own, very own Rachel McCarran, who's one of the stars in this. They have a fundraiser. It's a quiz at 1200 Postcards on Tuesday the 12th at 7:30. So you have to DM the bar to reserve a table if you want to join the quiz, or use the QR code that we're going to have on the screen. Then we go on to Speechless Improv. The guys at Speechless Improv, they were here with us a few weeks ago when we were at La Bella Vista. So very, very funny. Go back and check the archive for that. They are promoting their show, which is this Friday, the 8th, at 7:30 at the White Rock Hotel. So they're mad, sort of speechless, as it says on the tin. They don't speak. It's all done with mime and an enormous amount of theatrical facial expressions and animation in the body. So that's going to be great. You can just turn up for that. That'll be fantastic. 7:30 on Friday. TONKA, the lovely Kim Duke and team are 2 years old this week. Well done, Kim, for having some of the best food in the town. Absolutely. Proper chef's kiss. So well done, darling. What else do we have? She says, turning over like a newsreader. Art in the Park. Hello, Tara. Tara's found a lovely frock she's going to go and meet the king in. when she goes to her garden party next month. So they have their Just Jam sessions every Thursday from 10 until noon. Pay what you can, so you can show up at the Art in the Park unit that they have on the old Bowls Green in Alexandra Park. And the suggested donation to play along is £5, but don't let that stop you. If you've got a couple of quid, that's fine. If you've got nothing, you can still go and play. Don't let that be a barrier. So enjoy making music every Thursday, 10 till 12. Jane Midwinter Poetry. Now, Jane featured when we were on the set of The Unfriend at the Stables Theatre. So she said, Pats, can you please promote my writing poetry and company series? So I said, yeah, of course. So she sent me the details. So it's a series of 4 workshops at Torwood Studio in Little Common. That's her place. So Thursdays, 10:30 till 12:30. So it will be on the 7th, the 14th, 21st and 28th of May, £80 per person for the course. The places are limited to 8, so I think she has a spare couple of places. But her stuff is so good. So I'll leave the link in the comments. So Dizzy O'Dare has got an 80s party game show Saturday the 16th of May at 8 o'clock at the State Hall. Now, if you saw the flyers for this, it's hilarious. The guy's got a wig and a shell suit, very 80s. He looks splendid. Tickets are £10 and £7.50, and we'll leave the link for you. But it looks absolutely hilarious. I don't know what an 80s party game show looks like, but it definitely looks like going to see. Go and check it out. It looks hilarious. Joe Stout's Terrarium, the band, the 5-piece jazz band. If you've not seen Terrarium, we saw them last year. I've seen them a few times since, but they played at the Jazz Festival, Hastings Jazz Festival, our first Jazz Festival, at Barnaby's on Friday. So they have jazz nights on Friday. So this Friday, 8:30, go to Barnaby's, and remember, at Barnaby's, go and enjoy and buy the band a beer. Very, very important. Very, very important. So, Juliet Russell. Now, I'm with Juliet Russell's Vocal Explosion, and she puts on a lot of extra gigs as well as having a choir where we're going to be featuring on the 6th of June, actually, at Christchurch, which I am going to be starting promoting next week. So, Sunshine on Sea, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. But before that, again, next Saturday, May 16th, there's a Lal Khoury Georgian vocal ensemble. So, where do they come from? The Svaneti region in Georgia. It's quite remote, this region in Georgia. And what that creates is they have this very special polyphonic sound that they have. So if you haven't seen Georgian singers, they are off the charts beautiful. It's incredibly haunting, and especially when you see it in a church setting, because the acoustics really, really work. So on the 16th, they have a workshop plus a concert plus a Supra. So I'll explain what these are. So the workshop is from 3 until 4:30. Doors open at 2:30 at Christchurch in St Leonards, along London Road, just opposite the entrance to King's Road. Then they have the concert at 5:15 to 6:45. Then they have the Supra. So if you go for the concert, you can also go for the workshop, you can also stay for the concert and stay for the Supra. A Supra is where everybody takes a dish and they share their food with everybody else. So it works out like a banquet of food. It's amazing. The food will be out for the entire time, so you can go and help yourself during the workshop and during the concert. But the idea is that with Georgian singers particularly, the Supra, they also sing. So they celebrate the food. It is a beautiful experience. Trust me, it's something else. So this ensemble, the Lal Khori, will not be coming back here as arranged by Juliet in the future. So if they come back, it'll be rare. But this is a very rare occurrence for them to come. So they're a mixed ensemble, because quite often with Georgian they're male, but these are mixed. So performing the unique and beautiful UNESCO-listed polyphonic songs of Georgia. So the workshop's open to everybody, irrespective of whether you are a singer. The songs will be taught by ear, and there's no need to read music or know the language, because you learn it phonetically. All the songs that we sing with Juliet are all phonetically learnt. Then we don't know the language, but we learn them as we go. We just learn the sounds. So the workshops are likely to involve possibly simple round dances. So yeah, bring some food, make it affordable so that people aren't, just showing up and saying, oh, well, I'll eat this. Bring something nice. And check it out. So Saturday 16th of May, Christchurch St Leonards. It'll be a one-off, absolute one-off. That's one thing that Juliet asked me to promote. She has something else as well, which is something the town sees more often. These are Into the Bliss with Juliet Russell. So this is the day before, on Friday, May 15th, 8:30 p.m. till 10:15 p.m. And it's transformational breath work. So I know that when we finish rehearsal on a Thursday, when we pitch up at the Jenny Lynn to rehearse our songs, we do vocal release and breath work. It's so good. It makes you feel really like you've literally transformed your body. You feel hugely oxygenated and very alive. It's something else. So this is coming to the Humble Hub in St Leonards. So 8:30 to 10:15, Friday the 15th, transformational breathwork. Come and join Juliet. I'll leave the ticket details underneath so you can come and see that. I think this is everything for this week. It is. So thank you so much, and we will see you next week at HTH Church. And we have a Ko-fi link if you want to buy us a cup of coffee. That will be very, very gratefully received, because we run on fumes and goodwill. So out there in Our Town Has Plenty Land, we wish you a very, very happy week ahead.